Welcome back. Tonight we are going to be continuing with the bullet ring. So, hopefully we get a little bit of work done here, because we need to measure and cut each of the strips so that it's only the width of the ring. And then I need to find out how many I have and kind of make it symmetrical at the very least, so it'll have like an even number, or at least if it's an odd number, it goes all the way around evenly spaced and whatnot. So let's get started on cutting it. Now, of course, we do want to make sure that these pieces are cut up in the width of the ring, but we also want to make sure first that they are actually clean so that we can solder them to the ring. So I'm going to cut them and then flatten them out and then go over them with a bit of emery paper just to make sure that they're clean. We've got 4 strips now, and we're just gonna measure them to the ring and just cut them up. Alright, so now I have 12 pieces and 4 kind of mini pieces. I don't know if I'm dealing with those, but we can actually start with the 12. And I definitely think I have enough to go all the way around this ring. Okay, so yeah, I definitely have enough to go all the way around. I actually may have too many, because I don't want to overfill this ring with these bullet pieces. So I want to kind of fragment out kind of how many go onto this ring. So it looks like 6. 6 would go well. So let's get that done. Alright, well, that came out good. I think I'm going to just clean it off a little bit just to show the contrast. But each of these is on there. So I think I'm going to clean it off a little bit just to show the contrast of the gold and the silver. But I think that the shaping, because I need to shape these corner edges so that they aren't poking anyone when they wear it, along with like a full actual clean and polish. I think that's going to be a next week episode. So, let me just clean this off. This is why we clean, so that we find out whether or not pieces will fall off. So let's just resolder that. Alright, back to trying to clean this. Alright. Yeah, so that definitely looks good. These are definitely uncomfortable. So next week we are going to be filing those parts down. I am glad that they all decided to stay on this time. That's why I like to clean right after, so then I have everything set up and can easily fix any issue like that. So I believe all of these are now strongly affixed to the ring. We'll definitely find out once we start hitting them with the file to kind of get them closer to where the ring is, so that it's not sticking out like this, because like I said, that's uncomfortable. That's not nice. So that's what we're going to be doing next week. That might, depending on how much footage I get of this, end up being kind of like a mismatch, like basically starting out with this and then like having a little bit of a bonus reel of like some repairs or some cleaning that I needed to do on some other pieces. So we'll figure that out next week. But so far, I like how this is coming out. I like the contrast between the gold and the silver. So once these are rounded out and flush with the ring, it's gonna look really good. And it'll pop very nicely, and it doesn't block out the braiding. You can still see the braiding, which is awesome. So I like how this has come out so far. So I hope that you all enjoy this episode, and if you liked it, hit that like button, and if you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel, especially if you share, so then we can start getting some new people coming in here and maybe get some new ideas flowing. If you feel like doing so, put a comment down in the comments section, and I read all the comments so far. So if you write it, I will be reading it. I do have plans, of course, but if you guys feel like throwing something down there, well, if I have the materials for it, I will absolutely do that. Just comment, and then if it's something that needs to be elaborated on, obviously I'll contact you. But that is the end of this episode. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I know this was fun to make. I really like how this is turning out, and I can't wait to finish it. So, that does end this episode. I hope to see you next week. But until then, have a wonderful evening.